the smart number in kvCore. What is it? Well, in kvCore, you're assigned to one. What is sent from the smart number? Well, any text messages from campaigns or behavior alerts. And if you send a text manually. So if I go here into Kathy, for example, if I click send text, when this gets sent to her, it's going to come from my smart number or from a campaign. So if I go in here to my marketing and I look at any of my campaigns, okay, Sphere homeowner. Okay. Here's a text that goes out, Sphere text message. I can see what it's going to say, but this is going to come from the smart number. Behavior alerts. This is something, that I want you to let happen because they actually work. So don't turn them all off. But what happens is if right now, by default, anybody who's an active lead, new lead, prospect, or Sphere, by default, anybody that's listed as one of these kind of status types in your CRM, if they do any of these things on your website, they come to the site after 2 weeks of not visiting the website. They visit the site 5 times in the last week. If they do any of these things, they're going to get either an email, but if there's a phone number, they're going to get a text instead. And where is it going to come from? It's going to come from the smart number. I will tell you that I lived for 2 years without getting a smart number, and I'm still here to tell you about it. Let's learn more about the smart number so you can help make your decision. So I'm going to go here to lead engine and call capture. And you'll see if you go to lead engine call capture, it'll tell you if you have an agent smart number or an office smart number. An agent smart number means you're paying $27 extra a month to get your own personal smart number, which I am. Okay. Or if you aren't, it's going to say your office or perhaps company smart number, and it'll tell you what your company smart number is. That means whoever calls this number, if somebody calls that number, it's going to get round robin. Or if they text the number, it could feasibly get round robin. But I have always done these text codes, and you'll see this smart number 947. That's all the codes I did before I had my own smart number. So like I created this custom code home. Using the shared smart number. And what's nice about that is nobody else using that number could also create that same code. It was unique. So anytime you create a custom code, even if you're using the smart number, the office smart number, the shared one, if you create a custom code, nobody else can duplicate that same code using that smart number. So if you wanted to create the custom code home, for example, and you were able to do that using the smart number, and you said, hey, text home to this number to get this information, either about this listing or about, to get your instant home value or whatever it is you wanted to create in the call capture. So in this case, it was an MLS ID number. Or I could have done it with a message instead. Either way, and it'll work. But if somebody calls the number, then you're kind of, then you're in trouble possibly. And so it wasn't until February of 2020 when I decided to get my own smart number. And those of you who ever followed me, you know this story, but Dennis Powers, he changed my life because he was a Google lead I got from my Google ad to get seller leads. And he got a text message from me saying, hey, I've been showing my clients a few places near you. Would you consider selling your home? And he replied back, yes, I'm thinking about it. I didn't see that. And then guess what? Shortly after he got that message, he called. It says Dennis Powers called this other guy, not me, but nobody answered. And I didn't catch that till the next morning. And so I was able to call him and I had the listing appointment and everything was fine, but that changed my life. Okay. I decided I could spend $27 extra a month getting my own smart number, and I'm not worrying about that anymore because I was using kvCore at such a high level now. And had put all my Sphere in there now, it didn't make sense for me not to have my own smart number anymore. And I'm like, well, it costs $27 for me to take myself to dinner. So fine, I'll do it. So if you want to do that, you go to Marketplace and get the smart number add-on. I don't want title companies or, vendors, lenders calling the number because they're going to come in as a new buyer lead then. So you just want to have the number in here so that people that are working with you on your website, like, consumers from the website can call that number, and that's fine because it's going to come right to your cell phone, but you don't want to put it in your email signature. You don't want to put it on your business cards. for other agents to call you and now they come in as a new buyer lead because it's call capture.